It's Messi! It is the cleanest of clean finishes from the best on the planet.
It's time for the biggest sports stories.
Liverpool, the champions of Europe, on top of the world.
The biggest interviews.
That such a great spectacle is ruined by such thuggish behavior.
And all the analysis right here.
He's the one player that has the arrogance to think that he can play in any stadium in the world and any pitch in the world in front of any player in the world and take them on.
Every weekday, it's my sport, it's your sport. It's ZiFM Sport. Let's join the team for the biggest show in the world of sport on ZiFM Stereo. My station, your station.
For the first time in 30 years, Liverpool will take to the field against Manchester City as Premier League champions tonight. Now, why is that important? Well, stay tuned. I have the perfect person to explain that to you. But hello, welcome to it. Hope you're staying safe. This is ZiFM Sport on a Thursday, Throwback Thursday, the lockdown edition, probably brought to you by DSTV. This is the show that's short, sharp, and sweet as we take you closer to your sports stars. My name is Sean Tafirenyika. I'm the producer of ZiFM Sport. Tonight, Liverpool run on against Manchester City as champions, but there's someone you need to hear from who played a massive part in the Reds' success this season.
Hi, I'm Clemens Matau, chicken in midfielder. You're listening to ZiFM Sport.
His energy is infectious. Players say he's the coach you want to fight for, the one you want to go to war for. His intensity is unparalleled and his human spirit transcends football. His name is Jürgen Klopp. He is the Liverpool manager, and tonight we'll hear from Klopp as he has a conversation with broadcaster Peter McDowell at Anfield to reflect on the club's Premier League triumph this season.
How do you feel right now, Jürgen?
Good, pretty good. Honestly, it's still not settled. Still not really got it, but it feels brilliant. It was big. It was a wonderful experience. The whole ride is a wonderful experience, but especially last night, it was very special when people spoke about it and thought maybe it's better to win it against City when we play them or like on the pitch. But honestly, after the 97 points right last year, plus extension Champions League and this season, and all the years before chasing the Champions League spot and all this thing, I wanted it as early as possible. So I was completely fine with last night. And nice little side story that Christian Pulisic has had his hand in it with a really good, nice goal. And so, yeah. Honestly, I couldn't feel better. It's just a big relief, and it feels like freedom, whatever. I don't know exactly. It's good.
How nice was it that you were all together last night? I'm not sure how much of a part you played in making sure that thing happened, but a small, intimate group, your players, your staff, all able to enjoy that moment together.
Look, so many people would have deserved it to be part of this last night. So many more people than there were last night. But we had to make decisions, like we all have to make decisions. The decision was everybody who was at Melwood in the moment with us every day, got tested twice, can be there. No other people. So we did it without families, of course. We did it with, even when they are for sure not. And they don't have the virus as well, so we did it without them. We did it without anybody. It was just the team and the stuff around. But that was the minimum we had to do. I cannot imagine how it would have been if we would have been all alone at home. Yes, probably with our families, but still kind of alone, not with the players together. How that would have felt. And so it was perfect. It was perfectly organized. It was nobody had a long time to organize it. Obviously, we decided that we will do it after the game against Palace. We will give it a try, and so it was big. It was a big emotional moment. Final whistle was a big moment.
Was it the kind of night where you would speak to the players, or did you just want to see them celebrate, smile, laugh together?
I think it would have been appropriate to speak, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. I realized when It started a little bit with a Sky interview when the tears came up. Then I spoke to Ulla. I had no chance to say a word. I just cried. And then when I would have spoken to the players, they wouldn't understand me. So it was not the right moment to do. I have enough opportunities to tell the boys what I think about them and but how thankful I am and how much I appreciate the effort they put in, the determination, the desire, everything. So, but they should understand me in that moment, and that was not possible last night.
Anybody you speak to who's won the First Division Championship before say it's the hardest competition to win. You know, the consistency, the relentlessness that you've shown again this year, but you've done it quicker than anybody in double quick time with the break in between as well. The achievement that you sit on now is just absolutely incredible.
It is, and that's what I obviously realized last night as well. So 2:30 roundabout, I was in bed and couldn't sleep. Then everything goes through your mind, and I know football fans are like this and say now Liverpool is the best team in the world. I'm not interested in this competition, really not. But I don't think it's possible for any other team in the world to be 20 odd points ahead of Manchester City in a competition like this. Now people say maybe the league is not that competitive this year. Yeah, play it once. Try it. Play against Chelsea, play against all the others, play against Leicester, Burnley, Norwich, Southampton, whatever, play them and win consistently. That's so incredibly difficult. And the boys now really, last year 97 points with not losing a game. Did we? Yes, we lost. Did we lose a game? City. We're losing one game. And then showing up again like this year. This consistency is incredible. If I would have an explanation for it, 100%, I should probably write a book about it, but I don't have. It's just a mix of skill and attitude and the absolute understanding of the needs of this club and the supporters. That's what this team is. They understand 100%. I thought a lot about what we did in the last few years, and I think one of the most important things I said, I had no idea that it is this important when I said it, was we have to write our own story and create our own history, because that's what was necessary, and that's what these boys did now. And I think that really, this is an active thing. We created our own story and history, and didn't try to do what our wonderful dads and grandfathers did with this club, and that gave us the opportunity to feel free enough to do what the boys did. And so I'm really happy for them, because they were legends before that in my mind, but now they are real legends, and that's nice.
It's a big weight of expectation though, isn't it? I remember when Kenny took the job second time around, and he spoke about the expectation being almost as big as the job, because Liverpool has this history, doesn't it? But the fact that you've managed to rewrite it almost makes the achievement even bigger.
Yeah, but probably it's not a fair competition, so with comparing with other managers who tried it before me, because probably it was just the right time. Not sure how it would have been 10 years in the chase of the Premier League title, how that would have been like 20 years ago now, because the memories of the people were probably too fresh. Now we had our supporters as well wanted to have their own story and their own history, and so that made it maybe easier, I don't know, but it's I can imagine when Kenny came in the second time, I watched this documentary, and I knew obviously about his career, but not that much in detail, and I watched this documentary, and so pretty much like player winning everything, being the best player ever for Liverpool, and then becoming manager and being that successful, unbelievable. Going through what he had to go through, all that stuff, it's 100% clear when he came the second time that the expectations will not only be big because of the history of the club, but because of its own history. That you think Ken Douglas walks in the door and here we go again. And he's a really good example how successful you can be and how humble you can stay. So a wonderful role model. He texted messages last night, and it's really so nice to have these players around. I said last night, and I really mean it. This is really built on the soul of these players, what they did in Liverpool, because of the iconic managers we had in this club. You should not forget that the main weight is carried by the players on the pitch, and there were so many great players here. They won everything, like Graham Souness and Kenny and this generation, Alan Hansen, all these guys, what they all won. But then later, what Stevie had to carry, I cannot imagine, because the games around him, and together with Kara probably, they stayed at the club for their whole career, and the other came in, left again and stuff like this, so they had to carry all this weight. And I was so happy that there's absolutely this awful song is killed forever, because nobody this makes no sense anymore. And so I'm really happy, and it was really built on Stevie's legs and on Stevie's shoulders as well. So I'm really happy for him.
We talk a lot about legends, don't we? I think probably for most people's money, that's been one of your biggest achievements, is the team is the star now. It's not about individuals anymore.
It is, but these individuals make a team. It is about individuals. We cannot underestimate how influential they all are, and I will never do. But to be really influential, you have to realize and to live the team. That means what bring you in, what do you bring in? And when last night when we sat together, I think I was sat together with Trent, and I thought, actually, if you would give me now a list of 5 million players, and I would love to pick these 25, 30 boys and say, I want to do it with them, because they are so incredibly close, because they understand how important it is to be self-confident on a high level, but not overly confident that you think you are more important than others, because without the others we are nothing. Absolutely, this game shows that every day, and that what I love so much about this game, that it keeps us humble. This game keeps us humble and helps us understanding life in the best way. Football was the best teacher for me, for life always, because people need me even when I was a player, but they don't need me so much that they cannot exist without me, and that gave me the freedom to be who I am.
We could pick out so many individuals, couldn't we? Trent being one of them at 21, his achievements are just off the scale, but your captain has just been a leader on and off the pitch, hasn't he? You've got so many leaders in that dressing room, but how special a person is he, and how pleased are you for him to have achieved what he has?
I think to understand the story of Jordan Henderson, you cannot underestimate and should not forget that he had the most difficult job in world football. Becoming captain after Steven Gerrard, I would have had in this age no skill to do so, because it's not about who you are, it's about who the other one was, and why is Stevie not here anymore. So you cannot just step in and say, so we do it now like this or like that. And how he dealt with that from the first day I met him, and he was already obviously skipper for half a year or so. Yes, it was exceptional, and how he grew in that role, and how, of course, the way we play football helped him to be himself on the pitch 100%. So that all came together, and I couldn't respect him no more, and I know he will realize that all later after his career, how big an achievement it was, what he did here. In a moment he's in the middle of his career, and still greedy and desperate to win more stuff, but in 10 years when he looks back, he will be very, very, very proud on what he's done here.
Probably the only thing you would change at the moment is to have this place full for you to be able to celebrate with the fans. You spoke about it still being important to have a parade when the time is right and when it's safe to do so. Is that something that's still strong in your mind?
I have a dream of that, honestly. It's like that. So for me, it's whenever it's possible to do so. We just should say in 4 weeks after game X, Y, and Z, whatever it is, in whichever situation we are, winning or losing, hopefully not losing, but in whatever situation, fighting for the Champions League or for the title or whatever, we should give ourselves the opportunity to do so. Tell the people 4 or 5 weeks before, so here it will be, and then we decide how good it will be. People from all over the world usually will play a final the night before or play a game the night before, and the next day is the parade, so nobody can really plan it. It's really difficult. Bam, bam, bam. A lot of people who watch the game cannot make it to the parade. This time, whoever can sleep in a tent can come here and be together with us. And nobody can tell us when we celebrate what. We decide that, and it's too big an achievement to not celebrate it, honestly. So, with all my power in this club, I will try to make it happen. Not sure if I can, but I will try everything to make it happen, and then we can show the best face of this wonderful club and can show it to the whole world.
What do they mean to you, the city, the people now? If you had to sum them up.
It's like I said before. This city is obviously music and football, and both things mean emotion. So that's what both teams unites, and it's just great. It's just great to do it for these people, because you know how much it means to them. Everybody I met now when I came here in the car park, the staff gave applause. I know what it means to them, and I know how hard it is not to celebrate together. But on the other side, nobody ever can tell these kind of stories from winning a title. Because usually you are somewhere and you lose yourself, maybe, because of running around and don't know exactly, and I saw this and so on. It's so many impressions. This time we all have to pretty much similar. So the television sitting there waiting for the next word of somebody and want to watch it, want to know it, want to know how many people are in the same situation like I am moment. So it makes it really special. Not maybe how we want to have it, but it makes it special. So, and even now in this city, we have to stay disciplined. That's how it is. But there are so many ways to celebrate the things with your families and stuff like that, on phones and stuff like that. So, and we know there will be something in the future where we can look at. These people deserve it so much, and I think how it always is, success in football lifts the mood in the city always, and I hope we can use that for the better for all parts which are necessary for this city.
Congratulations to Liverpool on winning the league this season, and in some style too, talk about that devastating attacking football and that relentless pursuit of greatness. Klopp's insight on Liverpool's success was riveting, and I hope you enjoyed that interview as much as I did. Tonight you can watch the champions Liverpool in action as they take on their rivals Manchester City at the Etihad. That match is live on SuperSport 3 at 7:15.